I got my green, sticky, icky sticking to my hand. Pull it in the grinder and pull it again. Rolling, 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 rolling all day long. Rolling, 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 smoking, smoking, and all.
Dude, you know what's the best, man? When you're like breaking the shit up, right? And it falls on the surface. Clumps back together again, like it's that sticky.
Where the fuck are we?
Motherfucking Dover, Legislative Hall.
For the event, End Cannabis Prohibition. It is almost 9 o'clock, about 8:45, something like that, and we were expecting tents to be getting set up and, you know, like booze and sort of that sort of thing getting together, but there isn't even people here yet.
What's going on?
We are about to spark one. You gotta end Prohibition, so you gotta put in the effort, right? So, what do you think, if any, the point of today is? Is it for the organizations that are pro-weed to be talking with the legislators? That today is like a special appointment day kind of thing? Or is this like a show up in numbers and scare the living fuck out of the people in office to just pass shit already?
I think it's
to do the business thing, the taxing thing. You know what I think it should be a thing? I think it should have the same legal status as a fucking rosebush. We'll join you again in a little bit when something has developed.
Go.
We'll join you shortly when anything has developed, because nothing has thus far developed.
We're hoping something happens. We're hoping somebody sits up the tent with free drinks.
Absolutely, cocoa. I want some goddamn cocoa. Wait, I gotta take that out. Next episode of Conversations While High, delving into idiosyncrasies. I said goddamn cocoa.
Cocoa, damn it.
I'm a nihilist. I have no reason. I have no place saying goddamn.
When we're out here shooting these damn videos in the cold like this on your behalf, we want cocoa. Cocoa.
So we figured out what the fuck is going on. NORML is inside of the caucus rooms, and we don't want to go inside. So we're going to wait around until everybody comes out, and we don't know when that's going to be. Maybe we'll go inside, but we don't even know if we can take the cameras in or not. Our friends are going to be down here soon, so we'll figure out some of that shit. But you will know some shit that is like current events. We don't do that a lot.
It's just in. They got a new sign over.
Really?
Hold this sign, bitches. Hold this sign.
Do you think that that's so passerby people will go in and weigh in? Like they're looking for the public to weigh in on this?
I'm pretty sure it's so people who are coming for it know where to go.
Nobody's approached us yet.
Because I look like a Unabomber.
I approached you.
Unabomber.
Well, we're passing something about. And nobody's come to say anything to us yet. Tell us about it. What's going on inside? What do you know?
What do I know? That today is going to be a wonderful day here in Dover's Legislative Hall because we're meeting inside and going to talk to our legislators about legalizing it. making it legal, not decriminalizing, legalizing. We want to end prohibition. Prohibition never worked for anyone. Look at history.
Right.
Prohibition is not the answer. So we're going to legalize it. Everybody inside is signing up to meet their representatives, getting information packets, and going to have a talk. And if you can text, tweet, call, write, do anything, just let them know how you feel about it, because guess what? Hemp and pot equals jobs, and that's what we need in Delaware. Money, money, money talks. So tell them, like, we can have industries that aren't based on ruining the environment. So let them know. Come join us. Have a great day.
So why are we here? We're here to create an open and honest dialogue with our representatives regarding cannabis and the taxation and regulation of cannabis like alcohol. We're here to inform. The best way is to give them 3 solid points. That's how I wrote the talking points. First point, cannabis prohibition negatively impacts our communities. Right? Prohibition is dead. Second point, taxation and regulation not only saves the states millions, it creates significant economic revenue, creates jobs, focus on real crime, Delaware's violence epidemic, and ending the racially biased arrest. So, point 1, prohibition is dead, this is why, blah, 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 blah. Point 2, taxation regulation is good, this is why, blah, 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 right? Point 3, cannabis is safer than alcohol. This is very important. The president just came out and said it, it's absolutely true, and it's the tipping point. Because why do we openly celebrate one and put people in jail for the other? So it's a very imperative point. Please make this point. Cannabis is safer than alcohol. We have the evidence right here. We have 2 quotes, one from the National Cancer Institute. We have one from the Department of Justice, DEA, drugs of abuse. No deaths from overdose have ever been reported. So you can't die from cannabis like alcohol prohibition. It creates crime and violence. Okay? Delaware is the 6th most dangerous state in the entire nation. So why are we, it's misplaced resources and manpower, to arrest somebody for cannabis possession? We have about, a few cannabis arrests a day based on how many arrests a year or whatever. So 2 to 3 times a day, an officer has to completely come off the street, arrest you, take you back in, book you, then they're off the street again to go to your hearing. Yeah. So what about all this violence? Why aren't we focusing on that? So it's misplaced manpower, plus the fact that we have an overcrowded jail system, and our jail cells need to be reserved for, the real crime, like robbery, violent crimes, murder, stuff like that. And like Katie was just saying, it's the most illicit drug. It creates significant economic resources, which under prohibition goes to fund firearms and other illegal activity right now. Which obviously contributes to the violence as well. So other problems include, like I was just saying, overcrowded jails. Cannabis possession makes up 47% of all drug arrests here in Delaware. That's a lot. That's not including trafficking, selling, growing. That's just possession. So half of our drug arrests that they're taking all these officers off the street for are just non-violent cannabis possessions. That's insane. We're the 6th most dangerous state. You better go do your job with this violence. Are you kidding me?
Okay. My turn. Besides the fact that it's just a damn plant, and I don't know why everybody's so crazy about it. One of the things that really gets me, and one of the reasons I got into this, is family members of mine were affected by the prohibition. They got busted, they lost their driver's licenses. We're talking about 30-year-old men with homes, with kids, with jobs, who can't drive for 2 years. And I just thought it was ridiculous.
For 2 years?
For
That's
2
what
years.
the law was until 2011 in Delaware.
And I was tired of it, and I decided it was time to do something about it.
So we're inside of the building, and we just heard a presentation where there's instructions on what to do. We are the soldiers. Now what are we going to go do?
Now we're going to go meet with different politicians and
They're all supposed to be in their little cubby holes, and they're not all their groups.
Right.
what a nice wake up.
Good morning.
I'm sorry.
Appreciate
your time.
I just said yesterday, I want a white suit so bad. Shot's got a white suit, and Joanne saying white suit. So, have you all met with very many people?
You're our person today, yes.
So it's your first day down?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, I am ready for presentation.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
We really appreciate you meeting with us.
Oh, my pleasure.
We're all citizens here in Delaware, and we recognize that there's a lot of problems here going on in Delaware. It states because cannabinoid receptors, unlike opioid receptors, are not located in the brainstem area of the brain, that lethal overdoses from cannabis and cannabinoids do not occur.
Well, you might want to change that because on the news this morning, the kid jumped out of his college dorm and they're liking it because when you smoke it, they're saying that's true, but he ate so many cookies.
Right.
That they're saying, and I'm just saying, for today, just say it's, I wouldn't want somebody to negate everything that you're saying because headline news today was a college student jumped out because he ate too many.
He jumped out of the
window to his death.
Okay, we're talking about direct overdose deaths, and I have another quote here from the Department of Justice, DEA. It's called Drugs of Abuse. It's a 2011 report, and it says no deaths from overdose of marijuana.
Okay, so you're saying overdose, and you're correct.
Right.
But I'm just letting.
Right.
And I appreciate what you're saying. I'll definitely tailor what I say.
Tailor it, because quite honestly, there are people in this building, that are just not going to go for it. And I want you to finish your presentation, and we can talk the politics when you're done your presentation. So I want you to go ahead and finish.
Yes, thank you. Could we ask your position on?
Oh, I'm in favor of it. I agree with you on all accounts. But I am not an elected official. I am just the chief of staff. But I agree with you. I think alcohol. I've seen the devastation. I came from a family, of alcoholics. I've seen it, and I've seen how, I think if people had an alternative, because certain people need to self-medicate, and that will never change. And so if there's an option besides alcohol, if marijuana is self-medicating, to me it's a no-brainer. We do have a bill that we have pre-filed that allows for hemp production.
Wow.
We see that as a start. You've got July 1st, the crops start growing for medical marijuana.
Yes.
September, the one, and I think when people see that it works, the hope is that we'll get it in all 3 counties, maybe more than just 3 compassionate care centers, because there's the Western versus, so it's not really fair for somebody who may be terminally ill to have to go and travel great distances to go to one compassionate care. But Delaware, it's like baby steps, you know what I mean? So the mindset is changing, and I think kind of like I've had this discussion with a lot of people, there's a wave going, and we're seeing this country change on a lot of things. We're seeing gay marriage become a norm. We're seeing Colorado is being successful. The negative things that happen are largely due to laws, like the banking is creating armed robberies, things that could be prevented if everybody worked in coordination. I think when Washington gets up and running, people are going to see, as these deficits get greater and greater, which they're going to get. There is no turning back. They're going, and gambling is being spread so wide.
I'm so fucking high. I don't know why. I'm so high. Maybe you said me a fucking baddest joint and made me fucking high.
Hey, like that shit.